Good morning, fam. What is up with the squad? It's Cess, your favorite 19 with Uncle Tendencies back like I never left, but I brought somebody back with me. MJLover23, Big Daddy Long Dong himself. What's
Well,
happening? What's happening? What's happening?
man, it's early in the morning. It's funny
I
because
mean,
I was gonna pretend like I was wiping the boogers out my eyes, but we ain't been to sleep,
man,
so we've been up
man, we ain't been asleep. We've been talking all night. Ain't been asleep.
all
What's the
night.
haps, homie?
You know what? We got a hell of a lot of games today that are
Hell of a lot of games
a
today.
hell of
Okay?
a lot of games. I mean, not just NBA, not just hockey, but we got a ton of good college women's basketball going on tonight. I hope you guys have time to sit in front of your TV when you get off of work, because there's at least 6 games tomorrow that are going to be good, that start at the same time, and they aren't even the best games on the docket today. So sit back and relax.
Sit back and relax. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I don't even know if people is up. So some of y'all might be catching this on the rewatch because we up early.
Yeah, pretty
Uh,
much. I'll give you
on
guys
some,
our old
on
school.
some.
Anybody that's new, welcome to the new people that might be watching this
Yeah,
too.
come
Yeah.
on in. Come on in. Welcome. 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 Uh, don't mind us. Don't mind us. We usually do this in the afternoon, but
Hmm.
I was gonna do another show earlier, and then we had to change some things around. Some things happened. So as y'all come in, hit the likes. Hit the likes. Come in. We gonna get to these games. And
Hmm.
it's a big game. It's a big day of basketball. We heading into the end of the conference season. Finna get ready to get into tournament time. It's gonna be
Hmm.
so much sports on. We finna be spending so much time together. So let's just get used to it. In the
It will.
morning, lunchtime, you know what I mean? Games on. We got late night games on tonight. So pull up,
Hmm.
come on in, run them lights up. You want to start with the picks? You got it. You want to do break some stuff down? What you want
Yeah,
to do?
yeah. Let me break a few things down to what we're gonna go through in today, and just in general, just for the new people that's coming through. We are going to stick with the ladder challenge, whether we hit or not. But today, just to give you, well, you know what, we'll go through that in just a second. Um, we're gonna go through. We got moon shots. We got extra long shot dong. The that's gonna make more sense when baseball season hits for the new people that aren't here, that haven't been here for all that. We got uh, winter dimes coming. It will be spring, so we'll be doing some different things there. But for the most part, just keep a good keen eye out for 1, 2, or 3 good picks out of everything that we give you here today. This is just to give you an idea of who we feel is going to hit for certain games and for certain teams. If you want to bet all 75 picks, which I shouldn't be giving out that many, but I'm still doing it just because I'm a degenerate. But with that said, pick 2 or 3 solid ones that you want to pick. You guys that bet teams, let me know if you want me to do more team bets for you guys. It's totally up to you. What is my man Rob the Man Media? I keep telling you, I got those prize picks for you. I got those underdog picks. You just gotta let me know what you want, man. I'll send them over to you. First one's free. First one's free. Rest of them, I mean, we're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to talk, man. But let me know.
All right,
Big
Harold, big wrench in the building. What's good? What's good?
happening. What's happening? Good
All
morning,
right,
people.
so we got picks coming up. A lot of picks coming up. Sean, what's good? Good morning, fam. Good morning, top of the AM.
Sean, what's
Uh,
up?
let's get with it. Let's get with it.
Let's
Where we
do
going?
it. Let's do it. So we got the NBA today, and I know what it's for those that are. It's 5 games on the docket today. Really good prospects. There's actually some popular picks out of some of these games that are. I thought they were risky myself. like there's a few popular picks that are real risky. And I'll give you a couple just so you can get a good idea. Minnesota comes into Laker Nation to play them tonight. They had LeBron for over 9.5 rebounds, and they also have Luka for over 9.5 assists. I don't know about maybe the rebounds, but even still, I don't even know about the rebounds either, because dealing with Gobert down in there, I don't know if LeBron's going to be down there digging in all the rebounds, but we'll see, because they definitely, we don't, Alex Lentz is I thought he was actually going to be a good fit, but evidently he's not athletic enough to even put on the floor right now. And then also there's another kind of a risky pick, but if you pick it and it hits, it's a big one. But Luka Doncic for over 43.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I don't. That one's kind of thick too, just because Minnesota's tough. Even though Doncic ran all over Minnesota last season in the conference finals, be careful of that. It's minus 105 though, so I mean, if it hits, it's fantastic for you. But I digress. Now, with that said, Golden State goes into Orlando to play the Magic. Przinski, he just popping off the charts with the assists. For some reason, they're saying he's going to get over 3.5 assists. I don't know where that's coming from, but I guess he hit it in three of the last 4 games. But I mean, I know we put him up there, but Cess put him up there, and I endorsed that picture. But I mean, that one's probably more safe than, Paulo being under 7.5 rebounds at 6'10", and Franz Wagner being under points and assists 28.5, because those two are the best players on the Orlando Magic. So I'd say, stick with Przinski. I mean, the 3.5 assists seems like something that could happen. That's a tough one too. Denver and Milwaukee. Denver coming off of that bad loss to the Lakers not too long ago, but you're going up against Milwaukee, one of the Eastern powers. I would say Christian Boron is kind of front and center for steals and blocks. The under though, 0.5. So I don't know. From what I saw in the games, they have him more in the offensive mindset, because against the Lakers, he got cooked by like everybody. Like he couldn't guard any of them. And he's an athletic dude. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's an athletic dude. But I think that bet is going to be most likely the safest, because like Joker for over 1.5 steals, I'm not going for that. Taurean Prince, he looks pretty good with his 5.5 rebounds and assists, but then again, if he's not hitting shots, he doesn't really do a whole lot more than that. Like every once in a while he does, but yeah, for the most part, I mean, that's the reason why it's plus 20. So, and good old Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez, before Rui Hachimura, Brook Lopez was, I think, the first 7-footer to score over 20 points in a game and have no rebounds. Let that sink in. So I don't trust him at all. But so Christian Braun looks like the best bet. Steals and blocks under 1.5. If you can find another bet, I'd steer away from it. But that's one of the better bets out of that entire game. That's worth something. Plus 132 if he hits that. That'll give you a nice payday. Charlotte goes into Dallas, plays against the Mavericks. I was looking at this too, and as much as I like for LaMelo Ball to, to prosper, this looks like another Kyrie Irving game. Kyrie had 35 and some odd assists against the Lakers in a loss. So rebounds and assists under 10.5. I think that's going to stay under. Kyrie's kind of going to, stay out of the fray. He needs to stay as healthy as possible. So jumping in there trying to grab rebounds against the bigs, not a good way to stay healthy. So I'll take that. Nick Smith with his rebounds and assists, depending on if it's a blowout game, he may get more minutes and he'll pass that. So I'm going past the LaMelo Ball. I don't know when he's gonna, he can have a 30 point 12 assist game, but he can also have a 15.4 assist game. We've seen it this year already a few times. So Kyrie Irving, best bet out of that game. New Orleans Pelicans against the Phoenix Suns. So evidently Kevin Durant refused to the trade to Golden State. Actually, he went on Draymond Green's podcast of all places, and I guess he told the reason why. I haven't watched it yet. Probably go and watch it after this show just to check it out. But for the most part, they're going to trade him next year. I guess that's the rumor, but it's a really ugly rumor, but it looks like it's going to be more true than not true. So with that said, he's still playing solid minutes. He's still, treating it like as a professional that he is. I do not like the 4.5 assists, just because I know that Devin Booker usually dominates the ball and he likes to lead the team in assists, but Bradley Beal is back too. So he may dominate the ball a little bit more. The best bet that I saw out of this, it would have been Bradley Beal for over 1.5 threes, because Yves Missy, or whatever his last name is, he'll probably get enough time to actually get that points and assists. And then CJ McCollum, he's not going to get, he could, but most of the time he's not going to get rebounds and assists. He's more or less, he'll probably have 25 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists or something like that. So Bradley Beal's probably the best bet on that one. And then the last game, you're looking at Minnesota. Minnesota goes to LA. And just like I was talking to you guys before, Naz Reid steals and blocks under 2.5. That's probably more achievable. That's something that'll probably hit before Luka's points assists under 34.5, because I don't like messing around with high scoring players when it comes to unders, because we know Luka could basically hit 30, 35 on points alone. So that's I don't want to touch that, even though it kept popping up on my cheat sheets. Naz Reid, take the under on steals and blocks 2.5. It should add up to a little bit of a good bet option. So Luka. Oh man. I still don't know how they let us have that dude.
Don't do that. Don't do that. He's where he needs to be. He's in LA. Let him be. Just let him be now. Don't do that. Come on now. Luka's fine.
We have to go back.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. It's definitely makes the Lakers much more must see TV a little bit more for me than before, just to see I like Luka the Don, so we'll see.
Yeah, 100%, all for it. Like, it's just another revenue stream for Laker Nation too. So Jeannie Buss is, she's more about the business side of things than the transactional side of things. So whenever we picked up Rui and we picked up 3 million people in social media followers with that. When we picked up Anthony Davis, we got a boost from him. Now we got Luka. Now we got a boost from Luka from the European contingent, amongst other people. So there's no shortage of Laker Nation magic bringing in more revenue too, right? So.
I agree.
Exactly. All right. So we got some
It's
hockey to
definitely
go.
making the money. That's
Oh
got
yeah,
a lot.
just
Some
raking it
hockey
in,
years ago.
just raking it in. And it's just there's nothing to be said. Ticket prices went higher too. They actually spiked once he was uh, announced as a team member. And yeah, I mean I could go on and on about that, but we have a full slate of hockey tonight. Full slate of hockey tonight. Um, we'll start out with the New York Islanders in Boston. Um, I think what we're looking at here, and then I messed up on a little bit of the preview. I put the over under for total goals on here, but I forgot to put the favorites, and I apologize for that. But while we're here, I could probably go through and give you guys a heads up on the games themselves. So I'm just gonna pull up one of my cheat sheets here, and we'll go through it so I can fill in the blanks here. So, New York Islanders are favored in this game. Um, Elias Lindholm for under 0.5 goals. I think he had one goal in the last 5 games. Um, and this isn't a good matchup for him either. So we're going to take the under on that one. We'll leave the other two alone. I mean, if you want to take Palmieri for over 0.5 points, then you could. It's a good payoff if he does. Next up, San Jose Sharks go into Montreal, play the Canadiens. Will Smith it's kind of a no-brainer, -600. Be careful of that though. I mean, I'm taking him, but be careful of that pick though, because I mean, there's -1,000 picks that actually end up scoring 3 goals, right? And I mean, even though San Jose's not at home, they can be unpredictable sometimes, but be careful with that one. Um, Columbus, uh, was it Blue Jackets? I guess they're the Blue Jackets. Going to Detroit to face the what is it? Are they the Flyers? The Red Wings. Sorry.
Man, I'm about to say
I
what
know. Yeah, I'm
the
sitting here.
Flyers.
What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of the Dayton Flyers. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay, apologize for that. But with that said, we love
Uh-oh.
Lucas Raymond.
Uh-oh.
Lucas Raymond is one of the dudes that he's been on our sheet for most of the season. Like he'll either for a goal or assist, but most of the time it's for an assist. That one he should be good in. He has a good matchup against the Blue Jackets. Of course, as you would imagine, Detroit is favored over the Blue Jackets. They're -150 to win that game. Raymond looks like he's the better bet than Zach Werenski for over the points. Calgary goes into Tampa Bay, play the Lightning. Jake Gutzel. I know we need our linguistics in here to actually clean up some of the mic. Yeah, he in here.
Here. Where he is? Tell us.
We are under on the goals 0.5. It's -195, so it's still a pretty good hit if if he does not get a goal. Best bet for that game right now. Edmonton playing against Florida. Hyman looks like the good under. You can see the trends for unders in this slate of picks, but Zach Hyman for under a goal, and then also Evan Rodriguez over 1.5 shots on goal seems like it's not that much, but from his position, he's not always there. I mean, attacking, at least not in the last couple games from what I could see, but. There's also either one of those picks is worth it. St. Louis goes into Washington to play the Capitals. You can see there's someone missing there, but don't worry about it. He may appear in another part of this. But I mean, it's obvious. Cam Fowler for under 0.5 points, -285 defender. I think he's averaging about 18 minutes of ice time in the last 3 to 4 games. So he's not on the ice as much to actually have that type of an impact to actually get a point. But hopefully he doesn't get an open net goal at the end of the game or something like that, right? So yeah, I mean that would ruin our Christmas. Buffalo goes into Carolina.
Wait. So
Uh,
Ferg Style said Bradley's been on a tear. I don't know.
Bradley, really?
Bradley's been on a tear. What's coming back from the chat? What's up, Kid High
Yeah,
Life?
you have to go through and actually check. Let me go through. I'll go through and check that out
All
because
right.
he wasn't popping on any of my cheat sheets at all. Like I don't know, like I don't even. Well, that's the thing. I didn't check the hot or not. I should have checked the hot or not. I didn't check the hot or not. But for the most part, I mean, yeah, I don't see him on any of my cheat sheets. But who I do see on one of my cheat sheets is Shane Gotzenberger. Under 0.5 for points, but he's also under 0.5 for assists. They're somewhere around the same, minus 220, minus 285. Either way, they're basically saying that he's going to do virtually nothing. So maybe a few hits, something like that. I mean, I don't. Those seem like the better bets. I mean, but if you want to go after, a little bit more of a juicy pick, then Alex touch on that one. Over 1.5 shots on goal. Philadelphia Flyers go into Pittsburgh to face the Penguins. What really did pop off on and this is weird because it has a Evgeny Malkinen for 0.5 points, and it's plus 120. So I'm not sure why that is. That popped out on me. It's one of the more riskier picks out of this whole game, but it keeps popping up. So I'm probably going to put it on a second ticket, just because if my first ticket misses, then I have a good idea that my second ticket hits. It's going to cover everything. Winnipeg goes into Nashville. Ryan O'Reilly, under 0.5 assists. But if you want a little bit better odds, then you'll take Kyle Connor for Winnipeg to get an over 0.5 assists. Kyle Connor's got an assist in 3 of the last 4 games. I think 4 out of the last 5, to be honest with you. To double check that, go back and double check it. But yeah, Kyle Connor is probably the bet I'm going to take. Minnesota goes into Utah to face the Utah Hockey Club. Hopefully they come up with a name soon. Matt Boldley. Under 0.5 for Matt Boldley. Yeah, I mean, it seems like a no-brainer. But Dylan Guthner, shots on goal 2.5. That one looks a little bit high, but I mean, between him and his teammate, he's usually getting a number of shots on goal. I think he's hit 7 of the last 10 games. He's had over 2.5 shots on goal. So we're just going with the trends on that. Sometimes we just go with the trends just because that's where it's taking us. Chicago, the Blackhawks go in to face the Las Vegas Knights. Mark Stone was one of the first guys that I put on this whole cheat sheet. It looks like under 0.5 assists. And for whatever reason, and if I go back and look at the games, it looks like the Knights are favored minus 390. I don't understand why he would be under. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense either. So, I mean, but it's one of the better bets on there as far as if it hits, you'll get a better shekel count back. And last game, we're looking at the Vancouver Canucks, where I am, nice Vancouver, facing off against Anaheim. And the Canucks, if I'm right, Where are you, Canucks? Vancouver Canucks. Why are you not on my? Oh, there you go. They are favored by. They're favored minus 130 and 27-20 and 11. Not bad record. Brock Bozer is under 0.5 on the goals. He had one goal like 3 games ago. So out of the 5, he's only scored 1 goal in the last 5 games. So that one seems safe. But I guess the even safer one is Ryan Strome. He hasn't scored a goal in 5 games. So under goals 0.5 minus 480. That might be a sucker's bet. Be careful of that, just because I know that Vancouver. They don't always play well on the road, and it seems like a lot of teams get up for them. And even though it's 5.5 as an over under this game, you don't be surprised if 7 goals are scored in this game. I don't know how hot the goalies are, which I should have checked the hot or not section, but I wasn't able to. But be careful of this game, as far as it may turn into a shootout, or not an overtime shootout. I mean, an actual shootout where nobody can stop each other. I mean, the score might be 4-2 or 4-3. I don't know. We'll see, though. Yeah, I might be wrong, but I doubt it.
All right. He might be wrong, but he doubted. But he could be, but he could not be. I don't know. Let's move on to women's college hoops. What you got?
Oh, we got some good stuff for this one. So I enlisted the assistance of our resident linguistics doctor. Ghost is bear. Thank you. So Dr. Truckenstein, aka Harold Williams, and as his Clark Kent alias, he helped me, and Cess unwittingly helped me actually pick some of these the picks that we have for the women's game tonight. If you want to try your luck in a few tickets and some round robins, or if you're just a big fat degenerate, if you want to put down a shekel on getting all of these right, I would invite you to do it. So here we go. Clemson at Louisville. Louisville is a team that has great potential, good firepower in the starting lineup. Clemson's kind of scraping the bottom of the SEC conference, and so Louisville should be able to pull this out at home. The mighty number 22 Creighton, I don't even know what their mascot is. Creighton goes up against number 5 UConn. We all felt that UConn will win that game pretty easy. Number 8 UNC goes into to play Duke. Number 16 Duke. This is an inner rivalry game, and no matter if it's the men's game or the women's game, it is always a big fat game. Oh, sorry. Thank you, FM. My bad. Clemson ACC. I think we all thought.
Now, what the hell is he in the chat talking about the Blue Jays for? Mondo, go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. lay back down, man.
You know what,
Mondo?
Mondo?
What are you doing, man?
So for some of y'all that don't know, Mondo is a UConn fan and a longtime UConn fan. So he from almost the beginning of the season, he has been trying to pump up the Creighton Blue Jays as a I don't even know what to call them. I guess as a world beater. I guess they're better than everybody thinks they are. No, they're not. And
we ain't been to sleep yet, Emily.
No,
Emily,
we're still awake.
We ain't been to sleep yet. We've been working.
We've been working all night, and that's the truth, Roof. His sleeper. You can't go and put him to sleep. So next up, Wake Forest. That is Wake Forest, not W4. It's Wake Forest. Goes up against North Carolina State, number 9. Cess and I picked North Carolina State mostly because we know better. Dr. Truckenstein decided to pick Wake Forest Demon Deacons. I don't know why.
Let's go.
I don't know. I think he just likes the name. But with that said, that's a winner. Take North Carolina State. Number 11, Tennessee, going into Kentucky. Number 15, Kentucky had LSU by the neck, and they gave the game away. I mean, I won't say they gave the game away. LSU actually just took it. LSU went up to them at lunchtime and took their lunch money, emptied their pockets, turned them upside down, made sure there was no money left, and then dropped them on the ground and left. That's basically what happened. So with that said, Tennessee, who has lost a number of close games to really good teams this season, but they did beat UConn, by the way. I mean, I can't leave out a chance to mention that UConn beat South Carolina very handily, but they did lose to Tennessee, who was the middle of the road in our SEC conference. So I just wanted to point that out for the 18th time. But we got Tennessee beating Kentucky, even though Kentucky probably needs this game.
He said, relax. You doing too damn much. Hype in the morning. Hold on, man. Don't breathe.
Number 13, Oklahoma, going in to play the Florida Gators. Truckenstein and I had Oklahoma winning, but Cess is she's leaning on the youngsters.
Man, I'm going with my 6'4". I'm going with my 6'4" guard. I'm going with my 6'4" guard.
Yeah.
And Liv McGill.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm doing. He stay on your neck. All right. He stay on your neck, bro.
But yeah, that's gonna be good to watch. I mean, I you know what? I'm not saying I want my pick to win, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't be upset if Florida did win. Right? I mean, they're an up and coming team, youngsters. You know what? If they put it together, they're a dangerous team. Right? There's a lot of size, good talent. Okay, we'll move on.
It's a sneaky one right here. It's a sneaky one right there. I'm telling y'all, they're gonna sneak up on you.
Number 19, Maryland. I didn't know what that music was for. I guess it's a sneaky. Okay.
That's a sneaky music.
I got you. Okay. Number 19, Maryland, goes into Indiana. The Indiana Hoosiers have been close in a number of I mean, they've gotten blown out too, but they've actually been formidable in a few games. I think they've won a few games that they weren't supposed to win, that they weren't favored in. Truckenstein and I had Maryland to win, but Cess sees something in the Indiana Hoosiers at home.
By any means necessary. I'm trying to tell you, we ain't gonna get it done. You hear me? By any means necessary.
Necessary. That's an insider's information joke. The beans. Hey man, if you join, you should like and subscribe and join the Discord. You'll find out what it means.
Not you thought a Corleone was about to get popped. Yeah, I know y'all silly, but why I got y'all attention, let me tell y'all, this is for education, entertainment, and informational purposes only. If you need it, use it. 1-800-GAMBLER. If you need to text them, 800-GAM. If you need to pull up on their website, 1-800-GAMBLERchat.org. They here for you 24/7. Don't lose the house on it. See somebody about it. You hear me?
All right, we'll move on to Texas. Number 1, Texas goes up against Mississippi State. This one should be over by halftime.
Yeah, you got to do the whole number 1 thing.
Yeah. That's all right.
You're overcooking my grits, coach.
Pretty much. Number 24, FSU. Florida State goes into number 3, Notre Dame, Fighting Irish. This one, I was hoping it would be pretty good, but most likely Notre Dame's going to run away with this. Florida State, they got some good talent, some good weapons. One of the leading scorers in the nation on Florida State, but I don't think it's not enough firepower across the board. Notre Dame is pretty tough. Like, everybody attacks, and they have a really good defense. So I'm looking forward to watching the first part of that game and then turning it to the next. So number 6.
Wow. All right then.
South Carolina going into Ole Miss. Ole Miss, one of the better defensive teams in the SEC in the last couple years. It should be interesting in the first half, but yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's a storm coming.
Yeah, there's
Don't
a
worry
storm.
about it.
Yeah, it's, South Carolina's gonna probably take care of
It's a
business
storm
pretty
coming.
early. I think everybody might play in this game too. So, and the last one that we have for you is number 7 LSU goes in to play number 20 Alabama. To all my LSU Tiger fans, you know what? Alabama is it's a conference game, so I mean, not
For
saying that
whom the bell tolls.
they should not win by 50, but I'm quite sure they'll win by a lot in this game. Yep.
All right.
Storm coming. That's funny. You
Yeah, it's a
guys.
storm coming. Let's talk
Oh,
about this letter.
look at this. All right. Glad you guys made it here. Just to give you a heads up again about the ladder. We formulated a 5-day ladder challenge. So you know what, it's ongoing. I don't know when we're gonna stop it. We might keep it just because it's actually been pretty lucrative, just because even though we haven't made it to day 5 since the start of it. However, we have made it to past day we have made it to day 3, and we've actually made it to day 4 twice, including today. We are on day 4 because Giannis hit his number, and we also had a college player hit their number on the last ladder challenge, which was a couple of days ago. So now we are on 4. So if you were taking a 0 from your bets, you should be able to bet $8 to win 16. But if you are a $10 or $20 a ticket better, then you should be at $80 with change left over to go ahead and turn $80 into 160. Now, with that said, the rule or the stipulations are right there on the page itself. One of the few things that I tell you is I always tell you to run these back with single bets if you're going to do all 3, and also a round robin if you're going to do all 3. Just because if you miss one, you're still going to get paid, and you may still get more of a profit than if you didn't do a round robin on them. Now, I know some people are against round robins just because they feel that it's just kind of, they're kind of turning their wheels. But trust me when I tell you, it's better to miss one but still get paid more than what you paid for your bet versus missing one and not getting anything back. Now, with that said, we'll jump in real quick. This will be one of the shakiest days for this, just because one other thing before I get into it. When you hit 2 out of the 3, because you're only taking 2 most of the time, I round robin all 3 most of the time just because that's what I do. But if you take 2 of these, you are going to more than double. Like most of these, if you take 2 of these, most of these are going to be 2.5, 3, or 4 to 1, right? So if you bet your 80 and it's 3 to 1, you're going to win 240. But the next day, you're only going to take 160 out of that 240 that you won to use for day 5 on the ladder, right? So hopefully, if it doesn't make sense, type it in the chat and I'll explain a little bit more. But with that said, Jose Alvarado plus points, rebounds, and assists under 20.5. Be careful of this bet just because it's Alvarado. He doesn't hit this on the road much. I think he's hit it once out of the last 4 games. But he may be getting more time because I think somebody is sitting out today. Check your injury reports just in case. If there's a guard that's sitting out for the Pelicans, don't bet this one because he'll most likely hit that 20.5 over. Aaron Gordon, the Denver Nuggets, points, rebounds, and assists. Take the over on that, 22.5. He's been actually doing pretty well. He's one of the bright spots in the Lakers game last week, and I think the last game he had a pretty good game too. I don't know if that was Portland or who that was they played, but he's been doing well. And good old Kyle Kuzma, former Laker, turnovers over 1.5 turnovers, minus 165. That one's almost a no-brainer. I'm trying to. Why am I forgetting who they're playing against? Because they are playing against Denver. And Denver will basically be hawking him all that. Kyle Kuzma moves a little bit faster than he's supposed to, and he will most likely end up with 2 or 3 turnovers in this game, even though it's in Milwaukee. So take it with a grain of salt. You got 3 picks to choose from, but here's the other thing. Just remember, you don't have to use these picks if you don't want for your ladder picks. You can use any one of these other picks that I put into our pit section. I'm just using these because these are the ones I feel more confident about than most of the other ones. Plus, they come with good shekel counts, which means anything minus 140 or less will return you more than 1.5 on your betting. So 112 and 110, those are good betting shekel amounts. And we call these shekels. There's a reason behind that too, but you can find that out more when you join the Discord.
Well, you heard from MJLover23. Now it's time for y'all to hear from
Mr. Lava.
And the moonshots of the day, baby. The moonshots of the day. What you got?
All right. So moonshots of the day. So I think I only got one in here, and this is easy. I put moonshot of the day just because we all know that he is going for the scoring record for goals, and I think he scored in his last game too. It's one of the worst kept secrets in hockey. I put that as a moonshot. I imagine that he's probably gonna take about 8 shots tonight. Like if you get like anything 4.5 to 5.5 shots on goal, I will probably take it because he's gonna hit it. You're not gonna win a whole lot off of it, but he'll definitely hit that. So I'm actually putting a ticket in for him to hit a goal, and probably a couple of other people for goals and different things. But yeah, Ovechkin, he should score tonight.
Well, after you get your moonshot, the only other thing you can get, it comes directly from Big Daddy Long Dong himself. And the extra long dong shots of the day, baby. The extra long dong shots of the day. What you got?
All right, we got Jaden McDaniel for over 1.5 steals plus 110. If you didn't know, Jaden McDaniels is one of the best defenders on the actual team. So getting those 2 steals, even though it's plus 110, not impossible to do. It's going to be a good game today. I know Minnesota going up against the Lakers. The Lakers give a lot of teams a boost, but now that the Lakers defense has somehow made an appearance, I'm not sure how. I don't know how that's going to hold up against the Minnesota Timberwolves, just because it's mostly the same team they had from last year, and they just started out wrong, and I know they're battling their way out from the bottom, but you still got Ant-Man on there. You can't go wrong with Ant-Man, and they're going to play their ass off against the Lakers. So take the over 1.5 for the steals. The other, I only put the Draymond Green on here is because Draymond Green rebounds, assists, they've been kind of off lately. But the steals at plus 162, I thought I'd throw a shekel at that just because I don't know if he's going to get that, right? I mean, he could get it if the refs let him play his game, he'll get 2 steals before halftime. But if the refs get on him early, he may get 2 technicals and and get kicked out of the game. But I'm just saying, that's a nice intriguing bet if you want to take it.
You know what that means. Y'all know what that means. It's time for MJ Lovers Winner Dimes. Drop some dimes on them, MJ. Drop some dimes. What you got?
All right. So we got some good ones here for you. We got Clayton Keller for the Utah Hockey Club over 0.5 points, minus 225. We got Rui Hachimura for 14.5 points more. Not bad, because basically Rui is the beneficiary of not only LeBron James, but also the Don, Luka Doncic, being in town. So you got passes coming from both of those guys, and he has been absolutely eating in the last couple games. So Rui for over 14.5 points. Max Christie. One of the things too, and I failed to mention this many times before. One of the sons of the ex-NBA player Doug Christie from the 206 Town Business. Shout out to him. Congratulations to him and his sons making a mark in the NBA. 14.5 points for Max Christie. However, points and assists is 17.5, which gives you a slightly better chunk on your betting. You can't go wrong with either one of them. He's been very integral in the Dallas movement since they have 4 key players out. AD, Gafford, Lively, and also somebody's out with a hip. I think it's one of them. Caleb, is it Caleb Martin? One of the Martin twins is out. So that's 4 key players. 2 of them starters, 2 of them key bench players. Max Christie should be able to hit both of those if you decide to do one or the other, or both.
Well, all right. That's a great start to the morning.
Yeah.
Great start to the morning. Got the picks in for y'all to get them going. Charmaine Thomas, good morning. What's good, fam? Emily, what's happening? What's happening?
Emily.
Please stop saying that. What did I say? What happened?
What did
I say? At the gym, just popping in and say, hey, Janae,
hey,
y'all make sure y'all give Janae Antoinette a follow. Get over there and I'm telling y'all, get over there and find out the inside scoop on the smell good. She got it going on for y'all over there on her page, Janae Antoinette. Give her a follow. I don't know what I said. Yeah, I don't know. I just said so much now. I probably can't even remember back to that. But tell me in the mention what I did. Appreciate y'all pulling up with us this early. I don't know. We gonna be getting these shows up as our schedule allows. But up here for those of y'all that catch us on the oh yeah, I'm gonna get a nap soon. I think I got one more show, then I'm gonna get a nap. But those of y'all that's catching us on the rewatch gang, we appreciate y'all pulling up as well. Make sure y'all give a like. If it's your first time here, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you ring that notification bell. Stay in the conversation. Max is not related to Doug per Google.
Google. Hey man, it's early. It's early.
This Mondo guy. I'm telling you.
I know, right? He's always see Mondo. This is why.
I'm telling y'all, from the day I met him, you hear me, from the first day I met this dude, man. It's been something all the time. Yeah, we're going back in the mansion for sure. Gotta go back into the mansion. Yeah. I'm still working. So this is it. We turning the heat up. It's March Madness now. It's finna get real crazy.
Yeah,
let's get real crazy. The coverage is finna get real crazy. Y'all make sure y'all got the notifications on. Pull up, rock with me. We doing some new stuff. Getting to know some new basketball players too. So it's shining a light on some players that I don't get to talk about a lot. And just kind of keeping up with like who's doing it big for the night, and who did it big on the losing team. So we're gonna find out. But we appreciate y'all pulling up and rocking with us. Run them likes. So if you did not hit that like on the way in, hit that like on the way out. Be on the lookout for the next notification. And y'all know it's game day, baby. Gotta pull up. It's game day, baby. There's so many games on tonight. Hannah Wilson, Manyaka, Ivana Wilson. Okay, let me write this name down. Quit playing with you because
who is this?
I don't never get back to the clipping part. I don't know, somebody I need to look at. According to Mondo. I know I'm not saying it right. It's game day, baby. You know what I mean? Gotta get it in. We got to get in. The game don't go until 9:00, so it's on. I'm on game clocking. Feeling cocky already. Y'all know what it is. Pull up for the game. If you don't pull up for nothing else today, pull up for we hooping at Auntie's house tonight for the game. 9:00, late night game. 9:00. Probably gonna come up a little bit early during that Notre Dame game. We're gonna be between here and the Discord. Make sure y'all pull up and hang out with us. Until next time, y'all know what it is. Y'all stay tuned. Talk soon. Me and MJ, we out.